SkyScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking. Now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. I came out in the 11th grade. Nobody was embracing you. The kids were cruel. It was very difficult to be gay. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma. The hard part was determining that I was going to do it, but I definitely didn't do it alone.
At age 30, with the help of her mentor, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
I have a mentor, Maria. She convinced me to continue my education and to finish what I started to get my diploma. Just never judges. She's a true role model. If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, go get it. You can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
The top 100 radio shows of all time continues here on Old Time Radio USA. Happy National Radio Day to all the old time radio fans listening today.
Lotion with the Beforehand Extra and Vitalis for well-groomed hair bring you Duffy's Tavern, starring Archie himself, Ed Gardner. Here's a new and different way to care for your hand. It's with Trouchet, the Beforehand Lotion, a really different idea in hand lotions. Use Trouchet before you get to work, before you do dishes, before you put your hands in dishwater or do light laundry. Trouchet is so effective that it will guard your hands even in that hot, soapy water. But you can also use Trouchet as you use ordinary hand lotions, anytime your hands need a creamy, softening lotion. So get Trouchet and get an all-around hand lotion that also gives you beforehand protection, something no ordinary lotion gives you. Get Trouchet, the beforehand lotion, and get softer, lovelier hands.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern. Where do you eat meat to eat? Archie the manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Hello, Duffy. Huh? Yeah, quite a party here last night.
Hand lotion?
Well, you
that
know, it was the
also
annual
gives you
meeting of the 3rd Avenue Shillelagh Friendship Society. So around 10 o'clock, everything was going along kind of quiet. You know, a few broken windows, some cracked skulls, a couple of fractured ribs, and then suddenly it started. The rowdy element from 2nd Avenue moved in. Well, the first thing you know, the fight was on. Duffy, you should have seen the place. There were so many teeth scattered around, the floor looked like it was smiling. What a floor. Yeah. After the battle, just to see what happened to people, we counted noses. There was 6 missing. No, not people, noses. Well, look, I gotta hang up. I'm just checking a list of the damages here. Eddie.
Yes, Mr.
Eddie, we gotta make a list of the damages for the insurance company. Yeah. Now, take this down.
Okay.
13 broken legs.
13 broken legs.
Yeah, 2 chairs, 1 table, and a tourist from Hoboken. Let's see. Articles missing. 1 sterling silver beer mug, value $500.
Roger, we ain't never had no $500 beer mug.
I said this was for the insurance company. Say, speaking of missing articles, where was you last night while the battle was going on?
Me? Oh, I was taking a walk.
How come?
I had a sudden craving to die of old age.
I'm a little ashamed of you, Eddie. I'm glad at least that I ain't the kind of a guy that runs away from a fight.
No, you would have to carry away.
Oh, yeah? Well, you should have been here last night.
What happened?
Well, there I was. You say you wasn't here last night?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't talked to nobody that was here?
No.
Well, sir, there I was. Me back to the wall, see, with these three tough guys closing in on me. So I think fast, and I see there's only one thing to do. So I do it.
What?
I swing from the floor and knock all three of them out with one punch.
Three with one punch? Now, how is that possible?
I just hit them. I don't explain them. So, the next thing I do...
Pick up the three guys and toss them into the gutter.
Who's telling this story?
Sorry.
So, like I was saying, I pick up these three guys and toss them into the gutter. Eddie, I was like a man biting a dog.
Hello, boys. Say, that must have been quite a battle last night.
Miss Duffy, all I know is any guy on 3rd Avenue that ain't got a broken nose this morning is a dame. It's a lucky thing I was here to keep things from getting out of hand.
What did you do?
What did I do? All I did was... You say you wasn't here last night?
Right.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
And you ain't talked to nobody that was here?
No.
Well, sir, there I was. Me back to the wall. When these characters start rushing me, see? 6 of them.
Hold it. A minute ago, there was only 3.
A minute ago, I didn't know my own strength. So as I was saying, Miss Duffy, I let fly with me Sunday haymaker, see? And I knocked all 6 of them into the alley.
6 men with one punch? Archie, that don't make sense.
In the heat of battle, who stops for logic? What a brawler. As I start hitting these guys, they're laying all over the place. I'm telling you, I ain't never seen such a mess. Hello, Finnegan.
Hi, I heard it was quite a shindig here last night.
Wasn't you here?
No.
Are you sure?
Sure.
You ain't talked to nobody that was here?
No.
Well, sir, there I was. Me back to the wall. 12 guys jumping me.
12?
Quiet, I'm rolling. So, anyways, I pick out this big guy. He must have been 7 feet tall, see? Well, fellas, I'd rather not talk about it.
Oh, go on, Arch. Tell us.
I'd rather not. Us unsung heroes have got sort of a code, what we call false modesty.
Oh, come on now. Tell us some more.
I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay, have it your way.
Will you quit interrupting? So as I was saying, this 7-foot bruiser starts picking on me. So I throw him over my shoulder, see, and bounce him on the floor a couple of times.
You mean a 7-foot tall and you threw him over your shoulder?
It's an old Japanese leverage trick. What they call harry-carry. Well, to make a long story short, before the night's over, I have mayhemmed at least 12 guys, see?
Oh, boy. You know what? You always was a great fighter. I remember when you was in school, you could lick anybody in the 4th grade.
No wonder. At that time, he was in the 8th grade.
Well, just the same, I'll bet he's the bravest guy in the world. Right, Arch?
Long story short, before the night...
Well, I would.
I suppose after last night, I do have a terrific reputation.
Boy, but you're the greatest fighter in the world.
Well, now, Finnegan...
Look, Archie, I ain't the kind of guy that goes around looking for autographs, but do me a favor, will you?
What?
So I'll be able to tell me grandchildren, punch me in the nose.
Look, Finnegan, if I ever hit you, you won't have no grandchildren.
Oh, come on, Art. You're a friend of mine. Please, knock me out.
Sorry, Finnegan, but I got to save me strength for emergencies. Now, as I was saying, this guy was 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
So no sooner do I get through with him than his big brother comes in.
About 8 feet tall.
Give or take an inch. Well, anyway, this guy comes up to me, see?
Hey,
and
bartender, I'd like a drink.
Later, bud, I'm telling a story. So, like I say, this 8-foot guy is toting a rod. He's standing there with his brass knuckles emptying the nickels out of the pinball machine. Well, right away, I can see that he's a troublemaker, see?
Hey, pal, I said that I would like a drink.
Look, will you stop interrupting? Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. So I goes over to him and I says, look, chum, did you come in here looking for trouble? See?
Hey, look, Doc, I am becoming iked. Am I gonna get that drink?
Quiet, will you? I'm doing the talking here.
Hey, Bud, you ain't gonna be doing the talking very long if I shove me fist down your throat.
Gosh, why don't you suck this guy?
Quiet. The gentleman is talking. You were saying something, sir?
I was about to say that you are a stinking bartender.
Well, sir, I may not agree with what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it.
Just a minute, Bud. You better not talk to Archie that way. You know, last night he beat up 40 guys like you.
Please, leave us not bore our guest. Now, look, what kind of a drink would you like, Mr.
McGurk is the name. Spike McGurk. And now I don't want a drink because I don't like being ignored, and I don't like fresh bartenders, and I don't like you.
But, Mr. McGurk...
You talk too much. Good night, punk.
Oh, yeah, you and who else? Funny, you never think of them clever answers until it's too late. Well, sir, as I was saying...
Don't talk to me, Arch.
What's the matter?
Letting that McGurk push you around.
Well, Billy, and you know how hot-headed I am. It took a lot of self-control to keep so cool.
Cool, you was positively shivering.
But you said last night you beat up 12 guys. Arch, were you just lying?
Finnegan, you know if I was lying, I'd have made it 14.
Well, then how come you was afraid of just one guy?
I wasn't afraid. It's just that I fight best when the odds is against me.
Well, all I know is when I stood there and saw McGurk insulting you and I saw you stand there and take it, well, I hate to say it.
What?
Arch, something died inside of me. Made me feel ashamed that I was a man.
Now, look, Clifton.
I don't like to say it, but goodbye, coward.
Look like he lost a friend.
Yeah, I'm really a little ashamed of myself, Eddie. I've known a guy all my life, and his friendship means a lot to me. Guess there's only one thing to do.
What?
Lick McGurk.
Are you kidding? One punch on the chin and you'd be out cold.
Are you inferring I have a glass jaw?
All I'm saying is the last guy that hit you there wound up with 7 years bad luck.
Nevertheless, I gotta show Finnegan I ain't no coward. No sacrifice is too great to keep a friend's friendship. Hey, wait a minute. Here he comes back.
Now look, Arch.
Finnegan, are you still talking to me?
Sure, can't you tell?
Well, sometimes it's hard. But anyhow, I got news for you. I'm gonna fight McGurk.
Well, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew you wouldn't let me down, Arch. Shake.
Okay, put it there. Ouch! Be careful, Finnegan. That's the hand that's gonna knock out Spike McGurk.
Arch just makes me the happiest man in the world.
You see, Eddie, it don't make much to make a friend happy. All I gotta do is go out and get myself killed. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
What you doing?
I'm training for the fight, Eddie. I'm doing my breathing exercises.
Yeah, after Spike McGirt gets through with you, you won't have to worry about breathing.
Oh, yeah? Don't be so sure about that. You know, where I come from, we chew rust and spit nails.
That man is twice as big as you.
So what? Size ain't everything. Remember the story of David and Goliath? I'm the David type.
Well, you certainly can sling it.
Eddie, stop interrupting me training, will you? Now, where'd I put that glass of carrot juice?
Carrot juice?
Yeah, it gives you calcium.
What? All you got to do is wait, man. You get plenty of calcium during the fight.
What do you mean?
McGurk will knock your teeth down your throat.
Eddie, brute force ain't everything. Remember, in boxing, it takes brain as well as brawn.
Okay, so you're a two-time loser.
Oh, yeah? Well, just wait till I get in condition now. Give me another drink of that carrot juice.
Hey, Archie, what do you keep drinking that stuff for?
Good for me, Miss Duffy. It puts hair on me chest.
Oh.
Care for some?
No, thanks.
Hey, look, don't you think you better do some boxing?
Yeah, who can I use for sparring partner? Eddie, I don't like to ask you to do this. You know, boxing is a kind of a rough sport, but how about going a couple of rounds with me?
Be happy to.
Nothing doing. You're too anxious. Let's see. Who else is there? How about you?
I happen to be a woman.
Who has to know?
No, thanks.
Okay, let's see. Who else is there?
Say, Arch.
Oh, hello, Joe.
Hey, I hear you're going to fight Spike McGirt.
That's right.
Do you really want to look good against him?
Well, certainly I do.
Then, before the fight, put a little Vitalis on your hair. Because with Vitalis on the hair, everybody looks good.
Tell me, why is that, Joe?
Because Vitalis and the 60-second workout tames down dry, unruly hair and helps keep it handsome and healthy looking, and without a greasy patent leather shine. No mineral oil in Vitalis, you know.
No, just carrot juice.
No, Vitalis contains only pure vegetable oil, and the Vitalis 60-second workout refreshes and stimulates your scalp, actually prevents hair and scalp dryness. So, Arch, take my tip. Before the fight, put a little Vitalis on your hair.
Well, why, Joe? The referee ain't going to be a dame.
I know, but at least when they carry you out of the ring, you'll be well groomed.
Miss Archie, why don't you give up this fight with McGirt?
I can't, Eddie. I told you. I got to prove to Finnegan that I ain't a coward. Besides, I'm getting in pretty good shape. Here, feel this muscle. What does it feel like?
Jello.
Hey, Arch, are you getting in shape?
Never felt better in my life, Finnegan.
Good. I'll go tell McGurk you're ready for it.
Just a minute. Leave us not be in a rush about this.
What? You ain't going to let me down again, are you?
Well, no. It's just that I feel I could use a little more training. Eddie, the carrot juice, please. 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that takes care of the chest exercises. Eddie, measure me up again, will you?
Yeah. Let's see. Neck 15 inches. Shoulders.
Something wrong?
No, I was just wondering, what keeps your collar from sliding down over your shoulder?
Hey, Arch, you look in great shape.
Well, yes.
Shall I go get McGurk?
Well, we don't have to hurry. I ain't quite finished me training yet. Eddie, pass me the carrot juice, please. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale.
Well, how'd you going, Arch?
Pretty good, Finnegan.
You had plenty of carrot juice?
Yeah, loaded with it.
Good, then you won't mind the surprise.
What's the surprise?
Well, McGurk is on his way over.
That's nice. Would you mind to repeat that?
Well, I told him you was ready, so he's on his way over for the fight. And Arch, I want to tell you, I'm mighty proud of you. I'll go get you some more carrot juice.
McGurk is on his way over. Eddie, how am I going to get out of this? I can't fight this guy. I got my career to think of.
Your career?
Yeah, well, for fighting. Might ruin me fingers for mixing martinis.
Then maybe you should challenge him to a duel.
With swords?
Or pistol.
Eddie, you just give me an idea.
What?
How about I just challenge him to a debate?
Mr. Arch, if you want to keep Finnegan's friendship, there ain't no way you can get out of this.
But, Eddie, me nerves, they're all jittery. Look, turn on the radio. Maybe some music will relax me, huh?
Okay.
Friends, do you need accident insurance?
Eddie, I said music.
Well, I'm trying.
All I want for Christmas is for 2 front teeth. For 2 front teeth. For 2 front teeth.
I'll try another station then.
And what a fight it is at Madison Square Garden. The crowd is yelling for blood.
I'm sorry.
Leave it on. Maybe I'll get a few pointers.
What a massacre. Left him alone, lashes out, and once again, battling Donovan goes down. He gets up and runs into another slashing right, and then a left, and then another right. Donovan is now hanging onto the ropes, and, the referee is stopping the fight. It's a merciful end to a bitter battle, folks. Fight fans haven't seen a slaughter like this since that memorable night 6 years ago when Kid Hogan was so brutally beaten by that roughest fighter of all time, Spike McGurk.
Care for some carrot juice?
Did you hear that? That's the guy that's coming down here to malfeast me. Eddie, what am I going to do?
Now, Mr. Archie, you got to get hold of yourself. Get some confidence.
I got plenty of confidence, but it's all in McGurk. Maybe I should do the sportsman-like thing, huh?
What's that?
Get out of town.
It's too late.
What do you mean?
Look what just come in the door.
Spike McGurk. Oh, quick, Eddie. Eddie, we got to act fast.
What you going to do?
Well, there's only one thing we can do, Eddie.
Yeah?
You throw the bum out.
Throw him out. And I'm buying this gentleman a drink.
Oh, no.
Hey, I was tipped off that a certain party has been begging for a fight, so that I thought I would drop over and oblige the crumb.
Good evening, sir.
May I bid you good evening, Mr. McGurk?
Who are you?
Friend of the loser.
Well, here he is, George. Go ahead. Tell him all.
Now, look, McGurk,
That's telling him.
Give me a chance, Eddie. I'll tell him.
Now, first, let me tell you what I think of you, see? I don't like the way you look. I don't like the way you talk. I don't like the way you act. In fact, I don't like anything about you.
Well, none of us is perfect.
I hope I wasn't right when I called you a coward.
Okay, McGurk, would you care to step outside?
Would you repeat that?
Would you care to step outside?
Let's go.
Okay, you go outside and I'll stay inside.
Come on, quit stalling.
But McGurk, we got a rule here at the tavern. No fighting allowed without boxing gloves. Right, Eddie?
Right.
And we don't happen to have no boxing gloves. Right, Eddie?
Right.
There's boxing gloves right there on the wall.
I wonder if his friendship is worth it.
Come on, Arch. I'll help you put the gloves on.
Well, we all got to go sometime. Okay, Finnegan.
Hey, Eddie, help me with my gloves, will you?
Yeah, okay, champ. Look, Mr. McGurk, come here.
Yeah?
Could you kind of take it easy on Mr. Archer? You know, sort of leave him living a little bit.
Why should I?
You see, he ain't such a bad guy. You see, the reason he talked himself into this fight is on account of his friend, Mr. Finnegan. See, he didn't want him to think he was a coward.
Oh, so that's it, eh? Yeah, that's funny. I can understand how the guy feels. I remember I was a little scared once before a fight. I'll never forget the look in me kid brother's eyes. Oh, he lost all his faith in me that night. Yeah. I can understand how this Archie feels. Eddie, I tell you what. I think I am going to let him win.
Oh, thank you, Miss McGirt. That's nice of you.
Well, I got the gloves on.
Well, that's good. Let's fight.
You realize, sir, this is your last chance to back out.
Cut the conversation, will you? Come on, hit me.
Just a second. Mercy me, I think I smelled something burning in the kitchen.
Come back here, I'm in a hurry. Now, look, will you just make a fist, hold out your arm, and I'll run into it.
Wait a minute, I just remembered I got to go over to the library. I got a book that's overdue.
Don't be scared. Last night you beat up 12 guys.
Last night I was a much younger man.
My former friend, I'm afraid that you are a coward.
Okay. That did it. Okay? Here it comes. There.
Ouch. Please, mister, do not hit me no more. I have had enough, and you have emerged victorious.
Victorious. Boy, Arch, I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Finnegan.
Well, champ, so long and congratulations.
Just a minute. Come back here.
Huh?
I ain't through with you, McGirt.
Mr. Archie, now please.
Put out of this, Eddie. Look, McGirt, I don't like your face. I don't like the way you talk. And I don't like you.
Now, look, pal, will you leave well enough alone?
Don't talk that way to me, you punk. Put up your dukes.
There's blood on the moon tonight.
Hey, pal, I am trying to be nice to you, but don't push your luck too far.
Yella, huh? Take this, McGirt.
Arch, speak to me. Oh, dirty McGirt. Eddie, give me that bottle. Look, McGirt, your shoelace is untied.
It is?
Yeah. Now, take that. That did it. Now, Eddie, let's pick Arch up.
All right.
Hey, where am I?
Oh, you all right, Arch?
Oh, what happened? Hey, look at McGirt. Out cold on the floor.
That's right.
You see, fellas? That carrot juice is pretty strong stuff. And after this, Finnegan, when you talk about somebody being a coward, look the other way, will you?
Men, the quickest way to discover something better is to try it. That's why I want you to try Benex Brushless Shave Cream. Benex is the new wonder shave with a sensational beard softening formula that has brought better shaving to thousands of men.
Benex Brushless leaves your face feeling extra smooth and comfortable.
And Benex doesn't clog your razor or drain either.
But don't take our word for it. See for yourself. Get a tube of Benex at your nearest drug counter.
Or we'll send you a trial tube free. Write your name and address on a postcard and mail to Benex, Benex, Empire State Building, New York 1, New York.
Remember, buy Benex Brushless.
Or try it free. Write Benex, Empire State Building, New York. Hurry, offer limited. It's time now to leave Duffy's Tavern for this evening, but let's meet here again at the same time next Wednesday when our guests will be Ann Southern and Jimmy Durante. Duffy's Tavern is brought to you by Vitalis for well-groomed hair and Truchet, the hand lotion with the beforehand extra. Each Wednesday, Bristol Myers brings you Duffy's Tavern and Mr. District Attorney, which follows immediately over most of these stations.
This is radio's Mr. District Attorney, friends. If you want to enjoy a real thrill, a dramatic story full of exciting action and unusual entertainment, hear the case of the Bar of Soap on Mr. District Attorney, which follows immediately on NBC.
Personal notice. Danger's my stock and trade. If the job's too tough for you to handle, you got a job for me, George Valentine. Write full details.
Greetings as always, mystery lover. Time for another Let George Do It adventure. Our little tale of suspense, which, by the way, is called It's a Mystery to Me, has to do with a disgruntled bartender, a mystery story writer, and an elusive gal named Cynthia, just to name a few. And since it's rather a long story, I think I'd better get off so they can get on.
Why don't you want a drink? Oh, never mind. Use up the stools. Keeps the leather in condition.
Dear Mr. Valentine, to me, life is hopelessly complex, but with your help, it can be beautiful, terrific, magnificent. To me, life isn't worth living
To
without...
me, it's raining. Here, eat up the pretzels. They're for nothing. Stale, too.
Look, we're just sitting here, friend. You don't really mind, do you?
Well, I was just going to lock up when you walked in. Library's closed, I guess. Got to read your mail someplace, only...
Look, we're waiting for somebody. We'll buy something pretty soon. Chin up.
Why? In Joe's Oasis, it rains inside. Have some flat champagne.
Well, business can't be so bad if you sell champagne.
A couple was in here just before you. Happy, rich, showing off. You know, it's that kind of a neighborhood. Everybody wants something big and gets it and goes someplace else.
To you, life is pretty complex, too, isn't it?
Look around you, lady. It's the only business I had tonight.
Well, don't shoot yourself, friend. We'll take some coffee.
Big sale. I'm out of the red. To me, lady, it's as complex as a 6-foot piece of mahogany with silver on the trimmings.
No.
And the clearest glass in it you ever saw.
Oh, don't be gruesome.
To me, life could be beautiful if... Huh? What do you think I'm talking about? Well, nobody ever gets what they want. To me, it's the 6-foot Super View console. What this bar needs is a television set. Only I haven't got the money.
Never mind, Joe. I'll get it.
Reading room, telephone exchange. I tell you, lady, it's the most beautiful thing you ever saw.
Hello, Joe's Oasis.
I want to speak to Mr. Marlon King.
King? Brooksy, give me that letter.
Oh, here, George. Hurry, please.
Is that, M.J. King?
I called his club. Yes, of course, Marlon. I called his club. They said he was there at the Oasis.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, he's not. I'm here to meet him myself.
You what?
Yeah, that's right. My name's George Valentine. Look, can I take a message? Or do you want him to call you?
Oh. No, tell him I'll write him. Tell him not to get in touch with me. I'll write him. I'm leaving. I can't wait for him
Hey, slow down, will you? Who are you?
Just tell him. He won't understand, but tell him. Something's happened and I have to leave. And Cynthia. My name's Cynthia.
Well, where can he reach you, Cynthia?
I'll write him, I said. I don't care if you understand. I won't see him again. I can't see him. Not ever.
Look, Cynthia.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
She won't ever see him again, huh? And Marlon King in his letter says, to me, life isn't worth living without a girl I've just met by the name of Cynthia.
Well, that was a short romance.
Nobody ever gets what they want.
Said he'd meet us here at 10 o'clock. Almost 11, isn't it?
So look, both of you, will you please let me lock this place up? It's raining outside.
To me, it rains a little sometimes, too. All right, friend. All right.
You are listening to Let George Do It. Our adventure will continue in just a moment. Now back to Let George Do It and George Valentine.
Mr. Valentine. Oh, here you are. I thought I might find you here in your office. My name's King, Marlon.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Well, we chased all over looking for you, friend.
Never mind. Listen, it's this girl of mine, see? There's something terrible going on, and I need your help.
You talking about Cynthia? She says it's all off.
Huh?
Yeah, grit your teeth, Mr. King. I got a message for you. Cynthia says she won't see you again. Ever.
Oh, no. No, she didn't mean it. She loves me. I know she does. She's young and sweet.
Well, I think we'd better go talk to her, don't you?
No, we can't. I mean, it only makes it worse. She's not that kind. I've asked her what's wrong, what it is, what's happening. She's so sensitive and she's scared about something. She won't tell us. Only Mabel might. That's why I need you. I can't talk to girls like Mabel. I can't.
Hey, one girl at a time.
Oh, I know. It's complicated and mixed up and hard
just take it easy. Make it simple. Sit down.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm so confused.
To me, life is complex. What sort of a person are you, anyway, that everything should be so...
I'm a mystery writer.
Oh.
Wouldn't you know?
Sure, so that's where I've seen your name. Yeah, scientific crime detection by
Mabel is Cynthia's roommate. Mabel works at a cheap nightclub, a cigarette girl. You see what I mean? Mabel and Cynthia, different as day and night. Mabel's hard as nails, but she came from the same small town years before, and she offered her a room. And then there's this skinny little dark guy named Tony who watches Cynthia.
Say, look, tell me something concrete, will you?
A locket. I bought Cynthia a locket. It's a beautiful little thing. She wanted it to carry my picture in. You know, around her neck. She wanted me to get a cheaper one. That's the way she is. You can see how close we are to being...
Yeah, you bought her a locket.
For $200. And she wore it, and she loved it. But I saw how envious Mabel was. She's that kind. And then one day Cynthia said she lost it. And when I asked her, she was scared. She was lying, and she cried. 2 days later, Mr. Valentine, I saw Mabel showing that locket off to the housemaid. Mabel was wearing it.
Well, didn't you ask Cynthia?
She won't tell me anything. Just says she lost it. Wishes we could get married and go away someplace.
And tonight she says she'll never see you again. Maybe this is more than a Dorothy Dix case.
Mr. Valentine, I know I tell it backwards. I've got a good, clear brain, only now when I love her so much, it's hard to... Here, help me with my coat, will you?
Huh?
This is why I kept you waiting. Oh, I had to have it bandaged.
Well,
somebody just stepped up on the street.
Your shirt's all torn, your shoulders...
Yes,
thin.
my eye'll be black in a few minutes, too. Just a big guy in an overcoat. Said I was interfering. I should stay away.
Say, somebody really worked you over, friend.
He said I should stick to writing mysteries, not trying to solve them. He said unless I stayed away from Cynthia, to me, life would be a marble slab.
Mabel's not here, mister.
But she's supposed to be working.
And I'm supposed to be at the wrestling matches. Does that signify? Mabel's not here, I told you.
Oh, it gets worse and worse. Now Mabel's disappeared.
Take it easy, Marla. Take it easy. Where's she gone?
How should I know?
Dummy.
Hey,
Matter, don't
there.
you believe you
Huh?
said Mabel's not...
The other guy, the big one. Listen.
What's in there?
The boss's office, and you
It's
can't...
the guy who hit me, the guy who beat me up.
Come on, sister, come on. Who's the big guy?
Our bouncer, but you can't...
Oh, yes, I can.
So you act like Beaver Eagle,
No, stop it.
So you act just
sorry.
Wait a minute.
way. See what I mean?
There, Bouncer Valentine. I know it's him. I'm going in there.
Oh, no, you're not. You're going to hold hands
What?
with her, yeah.
Hey, let go of me. Come on.
But, boss. Yes, of course, Michael. Get back to your work.
Sure, boss.
And what can I do
Hey,
for
wait a
you?
minute. It's your strong boy there I want to talk to.
He is.
Small world. Skinny little dark guy named Tony.
What do you mean?
So everybody works for you, huh? A big guy who beats up people and a missing Snoopy girl named Mabel?
I gave her the night off. Who do you work for?
Marlon King.
The innocent.
The what?
Please, I'm in quite a hurry. You have a subpoena.
A subpoena? What do you
But
know?
of course, no, not at this time of night. My lawyers will call you in the morning. Yes, the strong man works for me. It's quite regrettable. Such muscles in the head. Say to Mr. King, please, how I am sorry. My lawyers will make sense.
Hey, not so fast, Buster. Why did you sick the muscle
I am quite busy. Good night.
Suppose I ask you about a locket.
Locket?
Oh, what's so funny?
Alas, the poor innocent. Now go on, get out.
Look, Buster, I'm staying here until you explain what you know about a girl named Cynthia. What are you and your hired hands trying to do?
You see? Gun permits me to have this gun.
Never mind, I'll take your word.
It permits me to ask you to leave. Mr. King, I'm quite sorry. For you, I don't want to be.
Yeah, I can see you're crying. Just don't wait.
To me, why should life be so full of stupids? Get out! Get out!
Oh, is it ever going to stop raining?
George, here I am.
Oh, hello, Brooksy. Hey, did you get hold of that housemaid that Marlon here told you about?
Yes, she's here. But, George, first I
Miss
have to...
Brooks, I'm getting scared for Cynthia.
He's the man I should talk to, dearie.
Yeah, but wait a second.
Look,
George...
we didn't learn anything, Agent.
That locket. Boy, a beauty it was, too, if you like them old-fashioned kind of...
She knows all about the locket, George. But that Mabel didn't steal it or make Cynthia give it to her.
No, it's because my brother's in the buy and sell. You know, a pawn shop with trades, that's all.
What are you talking about?
And Mabel, she give it to me, see? You know why? Because Cynthia wanted to trade it for a real gold set of earrings she's seen in his window once. Only she didn't want the sucker who gave her the locket to know about it.
What?
That's Cynthia. She's something, all right.
George, please.
Well, there's your mystery, friend. The innocent. She's so young and sweet and sensitive, so different from a girl like Mabel.
George.
No, I don't believe it. To me, she's always...
Do you be quiet, Mr. King. George, the important thing is, didn't you see Lieutenant Riley's car?
But listen, she's in trouble. She's in danger.
Wait. What did you say, Brooksy?
The mystery isn't Cynthia, George. It's Mabel. Mabel's dead.
You are listening to Let George Do It. Our adventure will continue in just a moment.
And now back to George Valentine. To me, life is hopelessly complex, the man wrote. And for Marlon King, it apparently is, at least when it comes to love. Because his wonderful Cynthia, you have found, is not quite the type girl that she made the innocent believe. And as for her avaricious, snoopy roommate, Mabel, well, even if your name is George Valentine, you will never know now, because, as Lieutenant Riley so gently points out, Mabel has been murdered.
Do I have to draw you a diagram? Look at the place. Just look at it. Torn up like Coney Island on Monday.
All right. So she put up quite a fight, Riley. But you haven't told me.
Here. That's the weapon. Don't touch it.
The skillet. Heavy iron skillet.
Yeah. Grabbed off the stove, I guess. Single blow on the back of the head. The body was here in the kitchen hall. The porter found it when he came up to deliver something.
Mm-hmm. Single blow. But all the earmarks of a big fight. The stuff spilled in the kitchen, the telephone knocked crooked.
Maybe she tried to grab
Be
for it.
careful. That needs to be dusted, too.
Fingerprints? Sure, in a crime like this.
As a matter of fact, she did try to grab the phone for help. Or somebody did. The switchboard girl says the light went on for a second, but then off again, so she didn't plug in.
When was that?
Oh, about 2 hours ago. Doesn't remember exactly.
Didn't anyone hear anything?
The neighbors were all asleep. There's back stairs to the alley off the rear porches. That's how the killer left.
Kitchen door, huh? How do you know?
We found the weapon tossed in a trash can up the alley.
Crime of passion. Well, you'll have plenty of clues right here.
Yeah, the technical boys are on their way now.
But you've already formed another idea.
Haven't you?
Hey, Marlin, Mr. King.
Here, Mr. Valentine.
I guess the lieutenant wants to see you now. I'll be with you in a minute, Riley.
So this is the expert, huh? Knows all about crime, scientific detection, the habits of criminals. But when it comes to the habits of women...
Oh, Lieutenant, don't. He's all mixed up.
Yeah.
He thinks he's in love with Cynthia, and you're not.
I know. I've got it coming. But at least I was right about Mabel. I'm sorry she's dead, but, well, you know what she was like.
Oh, yes, my friend, yes. Little Mabel here was the kind of a girl who was always in trouble. It's not surprising she got what she did.
I thought Cynthia was different. I mean,
Yes, you're so innocent. I know. You got taken in. But the hired help will tell you the same thing you found out through that business of the locket she got out of you. Just for laughs and a set of gold earrings. To them, Cynthia's even tougher than Mabel, my friend.
I know now.
Mr. King, the doctor tells me Mabel died approximately 2 hours ago. Well, now, come on, think back. That's about the time Valentine here was in Joe's bar, isn't it?
Oh.
And remember what we told you Cynthia said? She was in such a hurry. She apparently called from home. She had to leave. Something had happened.
But I don't know where she could have...
If life weren't so complex to you, you might see some of the simple things. What she was really like, and that she was up to something, and Mabel did snoop on her, and what Lieutenant Riley means.
Oh, I know where he's steering. To me, Cynthia was always... Well, Mabel worked for that guy Tony who had me slugged. Why didn't you...
Oh, we'll round up him and his strong arm, all right. To me, sucker, life is simple. To me, that Cynthia of yours is an obvious grade-A suspect for murder.
Riley, to me, Cynthia's a girl who carried gray gloves.
Huh?
Yeah, and a black purse with a big gaudy thing on it.
What do you see? She had one like
A couple of
that.
suitcases because she was going to run away someplace.
Oh, what
to me,
are you...
Riley, Cynthia's a girl whose body's been jammed into a closet out there on the back porch.
Strangled.
Yeah. Well, there's your original crime of passion, Riley.
Dead, both of them. And unless I'm wrong, she's been dead just as long as Mabel, maybe longer.
Yeah, it's not simple anymore, is it?
No. I found the gloves over here in a purse. Suitcases were thrown behind the broom closet.
All packed and ready for a trip, wasn't she? Nicely dressed.
No ornaments, though. Wristwatch. Oh, yeah, or earrings, too, from the innocent.
Don't touch any of that.
Don't worry, Riley. I know what you're thinking. But I'll give you something else to think about. Wearing a raincoat, rain hat.
And the suitcases.
That's right, Angel. Packed and ready to go. There's a back stairway. And down at the end of the alley, a neon sign says garage entrance. Here, let me see your purse.
I'll open it.
Yeah, there we are. Keys. Car keys. Apparently had her own car.
So she might have been killed just as she came out the back door to run down the stairs.
Uh-huh. And the kitchen door was open. So maybe all that struggle out here and through the hall was put up by Cynthia instead of Mabel.
Which came first, the chicken or the egg? So what?
George, look. Rejoice and be happy at Joe's Oasis.
What?
Matches in her purse. This is 14th Street, isn't it? Must be right around the corner. And here, a cork from a champagne bottle. Remember flat champagne?
Hey, come on, let's go.
Hey, Lieutenant, we got him.
What in the name of heaven's going on?
We got him. That Tony at the airport. He was just about...
Well, look who's here. Trying to run away someplace too, Tony?
What? Look, what is this? I thought you were trouble when you came crashing into
You
my...
gave me double talk tonight, Buster. I'll give it back to you. The champagne cork, Joe's Oasis. Mean anything?
Well, of course. We were there, Cynthia and me,
George,
but...
they were the couple who were there just before us.
Their law against it? You have a law?
Some more double talk. This is for you, Riley. His face isn't scratched, but he's got on a tweed coat. And if she'd scratched his
Get
coat...
your hands off me.
What are you driving at?
Life is complex, but murder is simple. When a person is strangled...
I'm one jump ahead of you, pal. They scratch, they fight, they claw out to protect themselves, particularly if it's a woman. So under the fingernails, you always...
Wait. You said...
Cut out the innocent act. You hired a thug. The girl named Mabel worked for you, keeping tab on Cynthia.
Yes, Mabel, she introduced me, helped give me a pitch with Cynthia. The strong man, he was to keep Mr. King away. Competition, that's all.
Competition?
I was to the airport to meet Cynthia. I was to the bar for celebration because she accepted. What has happened to her? Where is she? Where's Cynthia?
Take it easy, Tony. Look behind you.
She was my type. Girl with realism. She, tonight, accepted my big campaign to marry me.
Now, look, Joe, the man said he was in here, in the Oasis, with this girl.
Of course they were here. It's that kind of neighborhood. Happy, rich, showing off. Celebrating, they said.
He said they talked about getting married.
He asked her right here over a bottle of champagne. I should hear love stories yet. Decided to up and do it tonight. He'd take her home, and then they'd meet out at the airport. You know what I think? Only customer gives me a buck tip in 5 weeks, and she's got to go get strangled. Raining, see what I mean?
I was talking to the switchboard girl, Mr. Valentine. I didn't pay no attention. I came walking down the street, this Tony. He kisses her, she goes upstairs, he hops in a cab. Hey, what do you want my fingerprints for? I'm just a maid.
Keep talking, never mind.
I ain't got no scratches on me. You don't think I'm big enough to choke a wildcat like that? All right. No, Mabel come in later. I don't know what time. That's all I seen.
You can't lock me up like... Hey, you! Flatfoot! Sergeant! Come back here and let me out.
Take it easy, Michael. Take it easy. You're in for assault and battery.
Now, look. The boss said he'd make it up. He's loaded with dough. You never saw such a spender. So I hit the guy. So I get conscientious trying to make an impression. Is it my fault somebody murders the boss's girl? I just keep his competition away.
Yeah.
Now, listen. I said... Hey, you! Come back here! Hey!
A crime of passion and not one single solitary clue. Not one single solitary fingerprint. Holy mackerel.
Take it easy, Riley. Take it easy. It's almost over.
Huh?
Yeah, we've got our evidence. The murderer won't make a mistake, Riley. He'll slip. He'll catch himself. To me, life is hopelessly complex. That's what you wrote, Marlon.
This is where I came in. Hey, you buying anything?
We're waiting
or...
for somebody, Joe. We explained to you when we...
Like chewing gum on a phonograph record. Round and round.
I just write about crime and things, Mr. Valentine. I mean, well, I'm always getting mixed up with some girl.
Well, don't tell Lieutenant Riley that.
But why should he keep looking at me like...
Listen to this, Marlon. A crime is like a story plot. It's only as mixed up as you make it. Sometimes it's simple.
Sure, but...
Now, one person killed both Cynthia and Mabel. Somebody waited for Cynthia when she stepped out on the back porch with her bags. She fought. She tried to get back to the phone. Then Mabel came home and stumbled into it. So our man's desperate. He has to grab the handiest weapon and swing on her, too.
But why? I mean, Mabel was all mixed up with...
Keep it simple, I said. One thing at a time. Cynthia's gloves.
Huh?
Yeah, those gloves were loose on the porch, weren't they?
Well, she naturally would have dropped them.
Well, is it likely that a woman all dressed up in a raincoat and carrying 2 suitcases and a purse would be carrying her gloves loose? More likely have them on, wouldn't she?
What? Well, now, look, I understand the murderer went through all kinds of complicated cover-up.
The murderer was frantic, Marlon. That's why both gloves were off. But they were on at the time of the struggle. So Cynthia left no fingerprints.
But how do you know the gloves were the...
It's true that a person being strangled always tries to scratch or claw. But Cynthia's fingernails were perfectly clean. At the time she was killed, her gloves were on. Now, you see what I mean? Don't get complicated.
So the murderer wasn't an expert. Someone who would think to... Well, anyway, it was a crime of passion.
Oh, if you could call it a passion.
Hey, Mac, this the Oasis?
It's a lecture hall where you get free lessons.
Oh, wait a minute, Joe. Hold it. What do you want?
I got a delivery outside. Make up your mind.
Okay. Don't let the rain in.
You see, Marlon, the important evidence we got was from Joe here and the housemaid. Besides Tony, probably nobody saw Cynthia up close from the time she left here until she went up to her apartment. And what had happened here in the Oasis?
Tony had asked her to marry him. But, George, I don't...
She had
see that-
accepted. Little engagement party. Tony's big campaign, and they sat at the bar and showed off. Only, showed off what? A mercenary number like Cynthia certainly wouldn't have accepted a well-heeled shrimp like Tony without some valuable token.
Lesson 5, lesson 6, yaketa, yaketa, yaketa.
Yeah, Joe?
Step on it. Where do I put this thing?
A box. A crate. What in the name of...
Superview console, 6-foot model.
Television set.
Sure, so what?
Wait a minute. I didn't order no...
Oh, wait till you see the aerial. Receipt to sign, too.
Brooksy, a while ago you noticed Cynthia wasn't wearing any ornaments besides a wristwatch and earrings. Is that right?
Listen to me, will you? That television.
George,
I
it
didn't
explains
order...
why the murderer ripped her gloves off. What he was looking for. Why he did it.
That's it, Brooksy.
I didn't, I tell you.
What?
The television, I mean. Listen to me. I didn't order...
Everybody wants something different out of life, Joe.
Engagement ring. Why didn't you mention it, Joe? From a person like Tony, it must have been a really terrific stone.
What? No, listen. That's set there.
Cynthia showed you the engagement ring, didn't she, Joe? You were trying to close up so you could go after her. She was in here regularly, so you know where to find her later after she phoned and we left.
No.
If you didn't order that television set, why does it bother you so much? Maybe your
I
wife or somebody has already paid for that superview.
I didn't tell my wife. I didn't tell anybody.
What did you say?
Grab him, George.
Back to the conclusion of our Let George Do It adventure in just a moment.
For the last time, Angel, I'll get this straight. I'll explain it to you. I was the one who ordered that television set. I wanted to break Joe. I told you before I was waiting for somebody.
Mm-hmm. That was it. And it was a simple crime.
Well, it was simple, all right, but I didn't expect to find the ring right in his pocket.
Just did it for money.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't even intend to kill her. But he ended up by having killed both of them. Yeah, but, George, I thought that Marlon King...
No, Angel, not Marlon. You see, Marlon and that thug, that Michael, they gave each other an alibi. Didn't you catch that?
Yeah, but Tony, he didn't have an alibi.
Angel, let me explain something. A man who's going to marry a girl doesn't kill her, does he?
Well...
No, he kills himself.
George.
You have just heard It's a Mystery to Me, another Let George Do It adventure. Robert Bailey was starred as George Valentine, with Virginia Gregg as Brooksy. David Victor and Jackson Gillis wrote the story, with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Now, this is yours truly inviting you to another visit with Valentine, when you will again hear what happens when you let George do it.
Old Time Radio USA will be right back with more of your favorite classics right after this.